Hey, it's Gadget at Left Coast EV, and today I want to talk about the battery box for the Volkswagen Bus. This time I'm building a 350 amp pack, and it's in 2 layers. They're all bolted in here now, so the last one was 400 volts, so there was 2 more cells here, but this one instead, I have this junction that heads out. The modules that we're using in here, these are from the Tesla Model S. They're 24 volt modules, so when we put 16 in here, we're going to be at 400 volts. At this one with 14 of them, we're around 350. And this will put out plenty of amperage. If you wanted to follow the path of the power, it goes from here through that battery, into this battery, through this battery. Then you'll see it drops down, then it goes to that one, on the bottom layer, all the way around here, and then it comes up and goes around there and out. So there's my whole series circuit. So the way I like to distribute the heavy power in the box is to use bus bars. I don't like using cables because I'm going to have to crimp an end, and then I got to figure out how to hold them in position so they're not flopping around. I find cables are a weak point. These bars are aluminum. They get powder coated with an epoxy powder coat, which is a great insulator, and then I put a hard coat on top, a high impact orange on top of it. That also denotes that it's high voltage. Between those two, it actually has better insulation than the rubber on the outside of a cable. It's really durable. It's you know, if you were to tear open a Model 3, you'd see the same thing inside. It's the way to build them. It's all plumb for cooling. I have little fittings on the side that go into that. One of the things that I do is I like using the nylon tubing because once you press it in there, it's not going to leak. It's never going to come off, and it's not going to rot. I also use these little push-to-connect fittings. This is what they use on air brakes in big trucks. These quick connect fittings, they have an O-ring inside with a little barb to grab it. And once they're seated in there fully, they don't leak. I can put it together once. I'll do a test on it. I've never had one leak. They work every time. O-rings make things work. The box that this sits in, it's me sitting over at the computer. Then I have it cut out with the CNC plasma cutter. Then we bend it up and rivet it together. So I don't like welding my boxes. I like riveting the boxes. Once you bend aluminum, it gets stronger. So there's no reason to go in and do welding because welding will heat the metal and soften it. But rivets work. I mean, they make bridges for trains with rivets for a reason, because you want to know how strong your joint is, count how many rivets you got in it. With welds, if you get a little crack, it can fail. I like rivets. This whole thing becomes very rigid once it's all put together. Once the lid goes on with these countersunk screws, this is a rigid box. It actually stiffens the bus. It bolts right up in there and it becomes a structural part of the vehicle. This is a great setup, and this gives you a ton of range in a Volkswagen Bus because this is, with the full pack, it's 90 kilowatt hours, which can give you a couple hundred miles in a Volkswagen Bus, which is kind of amazing. The only thing left on this one now is, well, I've tested it all. All I have to do is put the lid on it and stick it in the car. We're almost there. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you found this useful. Like and subscribe. Write me, let me know your thoughts, and if you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.